Good morning. It's Mrs. Hebert from the Syracuse Academy of Science and Citizenship. I know for fourth grade math you've been used to Mr. G. Guess what though? I get to do some lessons the next few weeks as well, so you'll be seeing Mrs. Hebert for fourth grade math. We are on week 6, day 1. Okay. Today our standard is 4 MBT 5. We can multiply a whole number of up to 4 digits by a 1-digit whole number, and we can multiply 2-digit by 2-digit numbers using strategies such as basing it on place value and properties of operation. We can show this with arrays, area models, different visuals, okay? So our objective today is we are going to solve multiplication problems using 2-digit or 3-digit by 1-digit. That's our main goal. And we're going to focus primarily on the area model and the distributive property. All right. So I put this anchor chart up here just so you could see that there's so many different ways to solve multiplication problems. Okay. Like I said, today we're going to use the area model and the distributive property. You've also probably heard of partial products and standard algorithm. Standard algorithm is probably what your parents used when they were in school, okay? So let's come up with our first equation. We're going to do 58 times 6. Okay, so what we're going to do first is use that distributive property. Let's look at our 58 times 6. What do we know? So if I were to, what we want to do is break this down into equations that we know how to multiply already. So in 3rd grade, we had you really focus on that multiplication chart. We wanted you to master your facts. It makes it so much easier when we multiply with bigger digits, okay? So if I were to say to myself 58, what do I know? 58 is like the same thing as 50 because there's a 5 in the tens place, so it's worth 50 plus 8. So what we're doing, we're just decomposing that 58 into 50 and 8, okay? Then it makes it easier to multiply by 6. Let's break it down even more, and I can show you equation by equation how we're going to solve it, right? So let's start with 50 times 6 plus, I'm just going to switch up our colors so we can see the different equations. 8 times 6. Okay. Now we have 2 manageable equations that we can solve, or that we know we definitely have strategies for. All right, let's check it out. So here's your little tip when you have a 0 at the end. 50 times 6. What I'm going to do first is do 5 times 6, I know is 30. And I'm just going to tack on that 0, okay? Because 30 tens is really 300, all right? And 8 times 6, if we know our facts, 48. Perfect. So you can mental math this part if you want. 300 plus 48. 348. All right, there's our answer. Now, what if we want to use a visual to help us? We could use the area model, all right? So let me erase some of this. And we'll make our rectangle. So in 3rd grade, we learned how to find the area of a rectangle. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today in the area model. So let's say we have our width of 6. Now, we're going to break this 58 up again. We're going to decompose it into two different parts. It's going to make it easier. So we know we have 50 plus 8. Now we have two different rectangles to find the area of. And in 3rd grade, you learn to find the area of a rectangle. You multiply length times width, okay? So we have our 50 times 6. And as before, we get 300, 30 tens, okay? 6 times 8, so the area of this rectangle is 48. When we add them together, what do we get? Yeah, 348. All right, so I'm now going to show you the exit ticket that you're going to try today, and I'm going to even help you out with one of those equations, all right? So I'm giving you a freebie, so make sure you follow along. All right, let me just erase first, get this out of the way so that we're ready to go. I'll get our rectangle up there. We're going to actually solve it using the area model. I like the visual with a rectangle. All right. And so today we'll use blue. I like blue. On our exit ticket, okay, let's focus on one with 3 digits, 254 times 3. So let me write that up here so don't forget, 254 times 3. All right, so let's say we have our width of 3. Now, when I say 254, I'm breaking it down into expanded form for you. I'm saying it. So I know there's going to be 3 parts. Now, when you cut this rectangle, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're just kind of eyeballing it about what it would be. So we know in the hundreds place, we have a 2. So it's 200. In the tens place, we have a 5. So 5 tens is 50. And in the ones place, we have a 4. 4 ones. Okay? And remember, when we find the area, we're going to multiply our length times our width. All right? Again, here we go. We have our zeros. We're going to tack them on at the end. 2 times 6. 2 times 3, 6. I already gave you the answer. And we add our zeros. Okay. So 6 hundreds. 3 times 5, we know is 15. And we add on that 0 because it's 15 tens, so 150. 4 times 3 is 12. All right. Sometimes you can't probably do that mental math at the end, so what I would do is just add it up vertically. All right, let me do it. 600, 150, and 12. Okay, so let's add it. Make sure you line it up. Definitely important. We teach you that. Always line up those digits. 0 and 0 and 2 is 2. 5 and 1, we get 6. 6 and 1 is 7. There you go. There's your freebie for the day, 762. Okay, make sure, get that exit ticket done. I'm excited to see what you did. You need paper, pencil, whatever you have to show your work. Okay, and have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Mrs. Hebert saying goodbye.